Hey y'all, this is Charles, Chuck, Charlie, Chaz, CGM3 Productions, and it's quite an honor because coming up this Thursday night at the Blank Dive, um, something special is going to happen. First of all, it's lucky number 7, and three talented individuals, great questions, great times, and really can't really reveal too much, but kind of happens with this, and there's a special guest. I wonder who that could be. But it's lucky number 7. Check it out this Thursday night, 7 p.m. at on the Blank Dive on your, you know what, uh, podcast you usually use, Spotify, YouTube, anything. And always like, comment, and share. And, enjoy. Just enjoy. 3 charismatic gentlemen asking great questions. And basically, I could tell you this episode 7, lucky number 7, is legacy. How do we create a legacy? How do we, you know, make that our own? And I just can't wait. It was something. I got to tease it a little bit more, but it's just an amazing thing. So we'll leave it at that. So make sure you check it out. That's going to be great for 7 p.m. This Thursday night on the Blank Dive. Check it out. Now, another thing kind of got me thinking about this. Now, if you saw the trending report of what's happening out there over in Cleveland, obviously it's the home of the Guardians, the Browns, the Cavaliers, and it's a great city, but it also has a landmark called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay, great idea because DJ Alan Freed, back in the day, coined the term rock and roll. And rock and roll is basically the roots of classic soul, the blues, and with the contribution of what's going on, and which is amazing now. Now, the last few years, I don't know what they've been thinking about. I don't know what the organization has been thinking about. Yet they're bringing in and this is the disclaimer, in my humble opinion. Now, I see artists that are like really, really poppy or of the urban genre, of the rap genre, and I'm not knocking them. These guys are great. They're forerunners in what they did in every category, and especially with, the reggae part of it. Reggae is more, obviously it's like house reggae, and it's, they dance to it and everything else. But you know what? You're forgetting the most important key. There are many rock and roll acts that still need to be in place of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, I saw that list and I said, I hope one of the bands like Iron Maiden, INXS, the list kind of escapes me a little bit. Phil Collins, beautiful. He's an awesome individual. But the other thing that I want to bring up is like, make sure you remember Peter Frampton or different rock acts that have made it through. To certain like Mata Hoople, many of these rock acts deserve that recognition. And I'm throwing this question out to you because this is like a real good question about it. He coined the term rock and roll, but what is the modern day version, or what is the modern day definition of rock and roll? I'll leave that up to you. Put it on the comments, like it, and just think about what is rock and roll? What is true rock and roll? And it's I get the recognition, I get it, everything, but I understand, Tennessee, or down in Tennessee, Nashville's Music City, USA, where the Grand Ole Opry is. Okay, songwriting is down there. Where you have in Detroit, it's Motown, and then you have Los Angeles and New York, give or take. You have, the true genre of the modern day sound of urban. And how do you really define that? How do you define each genre at this day and age? And that's really, it's a puzzling question. Again, what is rock and roll? What is the definition to this, at this modern age? So, and again, it's something that do I want to go? Of course, I want to go see. I want to see it. Yet it's like it's just too big on it. I like to see the decades and how it always did. American Pop was great on video. It was a graphic. It was a graphic movie, and it showed from the get go back in the 1920s all the way up to the modern day, and amazing stuff with it. And then you're following like the modern day leaders, the classic, the leaders of it all. So that's basically a little bit there. But again, I got to remind you again, coming up tomorrow night, this Thursday night, episode lucky number 7. It's called Legacy from the Blank Drive. Check it out. Hope to see you on there. And again, this is Charlie Chaz, always raising the bar, never giving up. And basically, it's a win. So take care. See you tomorrow night. Check it out. Peace, love, and friendship. We'll see you soon.